I tell every youngin that I come across that you don't want this thing enough. That's why you're probably chilling, thinking it's just the vocal ability that makes you a star.
Hello guys, you're welcome to the Listening Sessions podcast, a show about the music industry, its players, and the game. My name is Obina Agu, music businessman and your host. You know, we've talked about a lot of things. Obviously, you've been around, you know. So you started playing this game from the Alaba era, and now distribution has gone fully digital.
We're streaming,
you know. So could you break down what distribution was like during the Alaba time for people who don't understand? Because now you just get on DistroKid and you're there.
Oh my God, it was crazy, man. First, you get on a bus or in a car, going to Ojo, going to Alaba. You get there. I took my first project to Alaba boldly. Went to see the marketers. Sat down with Obino. He was listening and eating abacha. After a while, he says, "This your music just they sound like foreign rap, you know. It good, but you no go sell." So the guys in the shop were feeling it. You go Wundo. They liked all those songs. They were like, it's too... He said, streets no get time to delay. Streets, na streets. Street, they call it street because na mass market. So, waiting be that thing where you go do, we go catch their attention. I missed. Then he took me on a tour of Alaba, showed me the inner workings of Alaba. He said this section is pirates. All they do is do mix CDs, take your hit song, put it on compilations. You pay them to do that. So you make records, then you pay them again to put your records for free. Not for free. You pay them to put your records on mix CDs that they are selling. Then another amount is for if you want your face on the CD. That's a different charge. Then if you want like a lot, I met with DJs. Do you know how many DJs I know from there? That's how I met KYs. That's how I met a lot of people. Like so many people came from the streets. KYs was doing the mixes. He was doing the mixes for the DJs. I mean, look at him today. You understand? And I just realized that this thing was difficult. How are we going to distribute this music? The next thing, when I went to Alaba and I couldn't find distribution, I was really sad. I was disappointed. I'm like, then how would they hear my music? Now, there was one particular marketer, Tijo. Tijo had distributed for Mode 9, distributed for Tribesmen. He had a thing for rap, but if he was making 1 million CDs for a gospel artist, he'll make 10,000 for rap. He was just doing it because he just saw a vision and just saw that we were disadvantaged with distribution. When I went to him, he didn't have time. He said he had albums coming. I didn't know what to do. I said, okay, if my mind flipped again, as he always does, the same way he flipped in front of the bank when I went to do my CVs, the day I lost my job, he flipped again. Print the CDs yourself and sell them. All my life, all I've always looked for solutions. I don't even know how to see barriers. Oh, sit down, moon. Oh, nah. I just go out. I flip it. God blessed me with that ability to flip. That's one thing I know. I never sit down and I mourn. So it happens, okay, it's happened, we go, we keep it moving. I went back to Alaba the second and the third time. It wasn't working. Nobody wanted to take that, my debut album. Then I met one guy called Ike the Don. The guy listened to my music. He says, it's dope. It's really dope. You need a commercial song. That's why I went to do Aye Bogo. So he said, go and look for a guy called Terry G. His music is all over the streets now. So Terry is almost like to get Buju to sing your hook. Like your po. But they're not going to pay attention to you like that until Buju's on the hook. Or get Ricardo to sing your hook. Or get Wiz or any of the boys that are singers to flavor the song. And then get the right beats. So that's how I made Aye Bogo. I came back, even before, I went back to Alaba and started moving from shop to shop, dropping the Aye Bogo CD telling them this is the single. You told me to go and make a song with Terry. They say, go and shoot video. So that we can put it on mix CD, video mix. There was audio mix, then there was video mix. Then to be top 3 in the video mix, you had to pay some certain amount of money for you to be top 3 with your face on the CD.
Wow.
That's why artists today, I mean, they're in a glorious place. They're blessed. And I'm not saying they should go through all this stuff that we went through, but I'm saying that some of this experience, if not well documented, they will always take things for granted because, like you said, DistroKid, it's at your doorstep. You can make an album from here. We can become a successful pop band just in here, just all
right
of us.
Now.
Right here. Here. We'll shoot our videos here. And maybe get a few more lights and we'll be good. And be dope. That's how everything has been compressed. So walking the streets, going to radio. Have you ever been to Ray Power? I went to Ray Power and I met up with my brothers. They're my brothers forever. DJ Neptune and DJ Spinall. They were walking at Ray Power. But the day I met Spinall, I knew the energy was different. They loved hip-hop. They were supporting. They played that Green records for me. You know, Neptune kept saying, this guy is next. He's coming. Listen to this record. There's another guy called Dr. Frabs. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Frabs lives around this corner. Go and see Frabs for beats as well, you know. So I met up all these incredible people, but the energy with Spinall and Neptune was different. They always told me, bro, this is not where we're going. We're going to be bigger than this. This station is just where we're working for now. They helped me. They played my music. You understand? Then Ayubogo came, you know, I won't call it a big hit. It was a mild hit, but it was very effective. It put me into various places that I couldn't access.
That song was everywhere, man.
Then I started the club tour. I had no money. I was just walking around, go to DJs, say, play this record. They play, they say, Nateri Gio, which one be this? I don't get this one. Take myself. In all of this, Ugomodi was there somewhere in the picture. I quit on Ugomodi every other month. I say, Ugo, I'm tired. Let me just focus on my day job. I rap for a hobby. Ugo say, no, you're too dope for that.
Let's keep going.
You're too dope. So so all these things you keep thinking, I'm not the one with the ultimate strength. I'll go home, I'll cry to my missus. She'll be like, babe, just tell God what you want. I'll go back, I'll complain to Ugo, say, bro, let's keep trying. With or without money. You're dope. Undeniably. I'll go back to the office, I'll see clients and suspect. We'll sit down, mourn about our journey. Like, when are we ever going to be A-listers? When are we ever going to do big time? And then I'll draw strength from them and I'll go home. That was my family. You know, past these people where I don't call for you, bro. In terms of my day-to-day, these were the guys that held me up until, you know, wherever I got to.
Yeah. Man, I'm totally feeling this. You know,
I'm happy.
Illy, structure-wise, are we in a better place than we were a few years ago? You know, do you think structures are being put in place, or are we just vibing?
No, the structures exist now. It's a better day. It's not perfect. The biggest structure is not even in place, which is collecting societies, which is COSON, and how artists just die, young or aging, and they don't have any sort of insurance, any sort of money that's gathered in their name, you know, to do anything, because people are fighting over positions at the collecting societies, and nobody is paying, and even if they're getting paid, they're not remitting. So they're sitting on shitloads of money, billions of naira, our sweat, our work. So it's all shrouded in mystery. Today they're in court, tomorrow they're airing out, they're arresting each other. They're creating an imbalance. And the Nigerian artists can't earn from collecting societies. Every time you get played on radio, you get played in a public place, you get played on video, everybody should pay. And then when you go to them, they say, we're paying. They're just remitting to you guys. So we're in a terrible place. So, bro, if you can't fight for yourself, if you're not booking, if you're not endorsed, if you're not versatile with your earnings, you're screwed. So that's where we are. So that's the cardinal, that's the biggest structure for me. Every other thing is just structures that labels and artists attempt to put in place. And they've been doing it for a lot of years, trying to recruit managers, train people. A lot of people rose from the ranks. They weren't trained. A lot of managers just rose, just making mistakes and just learning here and there, just trying to grasp here, grasp there. You understand? In terms of producers as well, producers and the split sheets theory, and producers finally being able to start getting some sort of remuneration, irrespective of the fact that a lot of artists still don't understand and respect the role of the producers, but it's getting better. It's a better time. But we still have a lot of problems structurally. We also need a lot of education. We need a lot of training. Shout out to Godwin Tom for what he's doing with,
big shout out GT.
Yeah, Godwin is being very visionary with what he's doing. So, it's still a struggle, bro. The big artists are streaming. They're earning in dollars. They don't move a muscle when it comes down to, okay, let's go. Do you know that if a Tiwa Savage, a Bonner, and a couple other names get together now and says, F it, shut down this COSOM business. We need another collecting society to be formed now and champion it. Do you know it might just be the solution? But everybody is in the streaming era. Everybody's touring. Everybody has cause of endorsements. You now totally forget the people that can get into that space. So that's my notion on it. I feel like we haven't done enough. I feel like they just looked at the mess that Koson and all them other people, P-Man and all of them made, and just decided to stay away from it. Keep the money. Keep it. Just fuck off. Let me just earn my own money that you guys don't have a hold over. So if it's label I'm sharing it with, if it's the DSPs I'm sharing it with, it's better for me than working with a collecting society. A country with over 200 million people. We failed woefully, mob. We failed woefully to be able to sort out our collecting societies. Are things you walk in, there are offices all over Cape Town, all over Joburg. You go, you register your music, you get your reg numbers and track your income. The same thing with England. They send you emails, they send you proper narrations, even if it's £100 you're making but
you see it.
But you see it's coming. It's coming. But here, nothing. No insurance for the artist. This is the most dangerous job in Nigeria. Being an artist, this is the sector with the lowest success ratio. The lowest. Bruv, I've done the maths. Do you know what it takes to traction an artist in Nigeria as we sit on this table speaking? It's near impossible. How do you think older artists feel that can't transition? When they wake up every morning and everywhere is filled with the big names, Fireboy, Buju, Weezy's shutting down 3 dates, you understand, or more, you understand, where Chris Scott Thames is just doing a leap over everything and just landing on Drake's album. This is like people are looking at it, some people won't be happy. Some people will be like, how did these things happen all of a sudden? We missed out on it. But I dare say to every artist that as long as you have talent, as long as you're tenacious, and as long as you're a diverse dude in your mind, because this is Nigeria, this is the worst country in the world. I say it with my chest out. There is nothing positive about this country other than our spirit to survive. The government has no clue on what we're doing. They've stolen so much, mob, that they are immune to the pains, the trials of the streets. So you do whatever you have to do to survive. That's it. That's why it's the worst country in the world, because a country that preys on its citizenry, a country is like a bird, it's like a hen that kills its chicks. That's what Nigeria is. And they say I should see the good parts. Illy, you have to be patriotic enough. And I say to the artists, my fellow artists, that you're not making enough music to tension the government, because we're always dancing. But on the flip side, you can also blame them, because after all this, I'm sure we're on generator or inverter. This can be light. I'm being truthful to you guys. I'm being very truthful. It's something, some alternative source of power somewhere, solar or something, all put together, by just to keep this building running, just so that we can have this podcast, so that every other person in this building can. So how then do you pay salaries and give people remunerations? I beg.
It's
tiring.
Back to the music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So one boss move I really respect you for, among many other things, was how you were able to sign Chidima and Mike and Yasodo right after their Project Fame win, at the height of their popularity. Of course, I'm sure other heavyweights must have been trying to get them. How did you convince, or how did you do it?
Shout out to the good folks of Ultima Studios. When I worked there for up to Project Fame season 2, after Chidima's Project Fame, I left. Then Clarence and I got into full-blown partnership and started working. So when Chidima won, I didn't watch. I was just in the production, so I didn't pay attention to her even in the academy. I just knew there was a petite girl called Chidima that everybody was just. She was just everybody's sweetheart in the academy. So then she won, and they set up. And then I went to the bosses at Ultima and said, I would like to strike out at some point. I would like to set up an artist management company, a talent company that helps to guide artists, help them through their music, teach them all of these things that I have learned and experienced in the business. They didn't take me serious with the Yaya one, so they gave the brief to someone else. But they all still got back to me and said, Illy, so how he's having problems, man. They don't seem to like his music. They don't seem to. I'm like, give it time. It will come. Let him continue to work. It took him 3 years to record Kukere after winning Project Fame. They had crowned other Project Fame winners when he now scored Kukere. When they introduced me to Chidima, so I walk into a room for a meeting with her, and I'm like, okay, I didn't know she was that small. So, and shout out to Miss KDK, she's a sweetheart. So I just said, are you Chidima? She said, yes, sir. I said, okay. You want PF? Yes, sir. Okay. So what do you want? Do you want to just be a competition winner and phase out after a while, or do you want to make music? She wants to make music. But apparently she had never been to a studio before. She had never made music commercially. She was just singing in the Foursquare Pentecostal choir. That's where she started. Okay. I'm just looking at her. So where do we start? We can't make you sexy. It can't be like Tiwa, because your body type is different. In that sense, you can be sexy, but we can't. You're a good girl. So how do we do this? How do we do this? How do we do this? Shout out to Oscar. Oscar made Chidima's first song. You be Jankoli Koli Coco.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Oscar produced it. Oscar that works with Simi.
Yeah.
Oscar produced it. We went ahead to go back and forth on a lot of records. Back and forth. We ended up with Cobams. So Cobams was making a beat. He was just producing, you didn't make my heart go. Keduke. I said, no, it can't be Keduke. It's a mouthful. Let it be KDK. KDK. She says, Cobams was like, you're interfering with my process. I said, no. Kobe, make it like this. He said, okay. Grudgingly, he agreed. We make KDK. Shot the video for KDK. Shout out to Liquor Rose. I hope she wins Big Brother. She was in that video.
For real?
Watch it. KDK, Chidima. Dami Crane was in it as a love interest on a bike. We shot that video in, I think, Ikorodu or something. It was mad. We're driving in the middle of nowhere, carrying cranes and equipment. Clarence and I just believed. Just say, nah, this girl needs to come and disrupt things. Then what are we going to do? How are we going to handle it? What's the brand? That's the beautiful part about working with, working on artists. Not just you now, but just working on artists. So we looked at Chidima, and I told Clarence, I said, this is the new Diana King. Let's cut her hair. What's all this weave? She's already not tall. So let's just make hair that's going to make her look edgy. But she's pretty too. So she's going to just wear things that will fit her, that will look good on her. So we started dabbling in Ankara, and then we cut the hair. So let's make a new Onye Konwenu. If you look at Onye Konwenu's old record, these are the templates for Chidima. Diana King, Lyra from South Africa, and Onye Konwenu. That's how we found it. We did KDK blew. Oh, Jesus. It didn't even blow in Nigeria the way it blew in the Francophone. Bro, I'm sitting down, man. My phone is ringing. Hello? This is Carl from Trace, France. My English not too good. We want Miss KDK to come to... So the first time I got the call, I'm like, okay. Carl from where? I'm seeing the number plus 237 or something. We're calling from Cotonou. We want Miss Kerike. Sorry, English not good. Let me get translator. Translator comes. First show, they're like, hey, we don't have too much money. We NGO and we have $8,000. I looked at clients. I said, pay 15. That's just the Igbo man in me. And I'm hoping they don't bang the phone. They say, 13. I said 15 last. We ended up at 14. I dropped the phone. Suspect say, who was that on the phone? I said, Suspi, I can't fucking tell you what just happened. Do you know what happened? We submitted Chidima's videos to Trace in Nigeria. They played it very sparingly. They weren't so big on it. They sent it to Trace Afrique. Trace France. The one in Italy. The one in France. Bruv. Now so video catch fire.
Whoa.
We did not do one single promotional plug. Video was just bubbling under and they just played it. Background video just... I say, what? I wish this was this TikTok era. Oh my God. We were doing all of these things like we came before our time. Way before our time. So, that's how the Chidima era started. And we started traveling first class, some private jet shit, you're drinking champagne. And you're looking at it, you're like, damn. They said we should wait in the jet. The first lady of Equatorial Guinea is coming with an entourage of 40 cars to welcome Wu. I say, you. And she'd be like, boss, we're in. I said, but the work rate is what is actually needed now. You need to bang out more records. You need the Francophone to love you. I know they love Chidima. She's still touring in the Francophone. I don't know whether she still does as a gospel artist, but she still does. And then she came back to Nigeria and her rep... Bro, shout out to Yemi Alade and Efizi. They will come to me and be like, bro, man, your girl is traction, We're looking at that market as well and it will work for us. So when they scored with Johnny, it was only natural that they would go in that direction and they've been winning ever since. Because Yemi's, I don't need to tell you about Efizi them now. They're work rate.
Big shout out to Tai Aliu, my man.
And Tai, if you ever watch this podcast, wherever you are, I know you're doing the American tour. God bless you and your whole team for everything you guys are doing. And buy me my size 46 Air Jordans. Stop fucking around.
Get it.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Illy, how have you been able to balance being an executive and an artist? Because, I mean, you clearly have enjoyed success on both ends. Partner of a big production company, the Goretti company, of course, IllBliss still dropping flows.
Oh, yes. Compartmentalization.
Were you ever conflicted with it?
I put in so much into a lot of artists. I spent a lot of time building artists. I forgot myself at a point, and I started to confuse people. At the point, they didn't know if I was a manager, a record label owner, a producer, because clients and I would go ahead to go and also do a lot of corporate work, shoot TV commercials and all of that stuff. So they were seeing me in so many places, but I wasn't consistent with the music. I had respect, but I wasn't very consistent. I put a lot of time into Chidima, into Fino. Yeah, and a lot of artists that we developed up to a certain point and, probably had to go and do it themselves with our blessing. I was very encouraged when Fino blew up because after Anamachikwano, and this is how Anamachikwano happened, clients told me, so what do you want from this kid? Because the hook is big. What do we do? I said, I need to shoot the video. He said, okay, we'll do the video, but he can't look like that. He's not a star looking like that. So clients and I sat down for 2 hours and he showed me references and he said, we're going to turn Fino into a Japanese drug lord, like a Yakuza member. So if you remember in Anamachikwano, his whole body is covered with tattoos and then the hair.
Yeah. We talked about it.
So it's deliberate. Yeah. So I need to know, like, whenever we sat down to create, it wasn't fluke.
Wow.
We had a brand Bible. So this is how this person looks. This is how this person looks. So it was like a comic universe. So if this is Marvel, this is how Thor looks, and this is color. This is, if it's DC, this is Batman, this is Wonder Woman, these are their powers. So look at artists like you're looking at superheroes. So that's why you can do a Spider-Man franchise and it will run and be successful because you know his powers, you know the backstories, you know everything. Artists are that way. Style them in the same way. Give them. Don't just go and spray your hair or just do one erratic nonsense or just start wearing a certain outfit because you need to think through it. What is your character? What do you best feel comfortable wearing? What is this? What is that? What kind of sound do you have? So I'm Oga Boss. And bro, for the past almost 1 year or more than 2 years, I've been wearing black. That's all I wear.
Yeah.
Black Timbs, black jeans, because I can. Because nobody can regulate me. Okay, it's time to go to the red carpet, we glam up. But nobody can tell me what to do. I can walk around like this, t-shirt, jeans, shoes. Because it's me. But I had already done the work. I have done all the flossy videos with champagne. I've done all the Emini Bola, all those things. All that stuff is done. I have like a huge discography. So I can walk away from, I can say, they say, leave him. He's a lane. That's what he wants. You understand? So that's people should find themselves and find how they need to look and feel, you know. So we did a lot of that with Fino. And it worked. And I got a lot of encouragement seeing Fino work. A couple months later, he dropped Ghost Mode after Anama Chikwano. We shot the video. He kicked down the door. We followed it up with Man of the Year. Obago. We kicked down the door again. I told clients, I said, this the shit. This is a revolution for rap. Fino was like an alien. They didn't understand what was happening to them. So this guy is rapping in Igbo. But the flow is like Meek Mill's flow. How is it? Where is all this cadence and delivery? And where is it coming from? You understand? And that's why differentiation is so crucial. That's why Burna is successful. Differentiation. Once you start to Xerox somebody, you will fail. Might not be the first time, but after a while you run out of photocopying paper and you will hang. You understand? Because it was never really you in the first place. You're borrowing somebody's DNA. You understand? So, I'm back to what you asked. I spent a lot of time developing artists because I'm hands-on. Because I want to create the brand. I want the brand to be successful. I hate failure.
Yeah.
You understand? And any artist that walk up to me and say, Illy, I think we've grown and it's time for us to go. I'll say, okay. And I'll let you go. I'll never go to war with an artist because you know I'm an artist. So, you know, I look at them like they will understand the value of this, that in the future. It hurts, but you have to go, and then we let you go. I told clients, never, just make sure that our contracts are airtight, make sure that we own all our masters, make sure we're not playing around with anybody. You understand? You owe us, we activate the civil debt clause on you. You understand? So my paperwork is also intact. But artists, after a while, what are you? Just go. But then I realized that I wasn't consistent. So a lot of things passed me by. Brand endorsements will come. People will be like, but IllBliss is not that active. Or, but IllBliss is a hardcore rapper. He doesn't appeal to the youth audience. And it got to a point. I slowed down and told clients, I'm done with the music. I'm not doing anymore. All it was me. I'll make money, I'll put my money back into the artist. Clients will put his money back into the artist. So it was, you know, an artist would always be selfish. They'll keep their money and be like, okay, so you're forming label, you're forming artists that you can support and grow artists, do all the spending. It happened all the time. So I found out one day I woke up and I wasn't rich. And that panics me as hell. I said, nah, for all this work you've done, you can't account for X and X amount of millions in your account after all this work. Something is wrong. You're sleeping on the most cardinal part of the machinery, self. So I went back in, switched it up again, went back in, and started to drop records again. Sat back, curated records, did Jawalaya with Ricardo and Mr. Easy.
A jam.
It was a jam and a half. Did it. I didn't even know Easy. Shout out to DJ Edu from One Extra. It was just Ricardo that was on the song. And Edu called me and said the song is dope, but it's not complete. There's a kid called Easy. He's messing with England right now. Get him on the record. I sent Easy a message on Instagram. Benefits of social media. He responded 5 minutes later, boss, is this you? Or are they hacking your account? I'm like, it's me. He said, I have a record for you. I sent it to him. Easy loved it. He recorded it. We shot the video. He blew up. Put me back in this new Afrobeat conversations. I went ahead, See, I'm counting my money so I can't hear you. Alaji, now waiting your girlfriend to call me. I did it with Runtown. Blew up. Not as much as because he sampled that record for Mad Over You. In fact, we had made that record, but I was pushing John Liar, so I didn't pay attention to it much. But he went ahead to use parts of it for Mad Over You, which is all good. It's my brother, so, and he blew up as well. So I made that. Then in between, I've had some really good success with rap records. So I had records like Mana Mo, Mana Madu.
You have.
Bankalati Mana Tubata, Emekwano Bia Bele, Cha. Bro, that thing, we performed that song and it's madness. I think the sound is they use it as ginger music. I'm performing it in some places. Boys are waving guns at me. I remember a concert in Onitsha. I'm like, this is gangster, man. This is crazy. This is not rap versus gangster. This is real street gangsters. You understand? I had records, Chukwa Agozigogi. Nekwakisi Pasalini made the convertible Makana Chukwa Agozigogi. They love that. Then I made a record. Then I now started to think, so who are you now? Who are you speaking to? And I realized that I was really just speaking to not the millennials. I was speaking to the OGs, the young OGs, just the young hustlers that, probably 28 to 40 plus, and what did they want to hear? What are they doing? So I just realized that, okay, I'll do records like Jawala, Alaji, we run town. I'll do all those records for the girls so that you can have a female fan base and be in the clubs. Then I now dropped a record called 40 Feet Containers. And when I put out 40 Feet, it was an experiment because I went to perform somewhere in Festac. No, Amuwo or Duffy, next to Festac. So I finished performing. It was a good show, but I didn't like the eventual feedback because it was all Igbo traders. And they were waiting for that day. So they loved Bankala, but you realize those records are trap records. I said, what am I going to do to catch these guys again? So I went back to the studio and wrote 40 Feet Containers. So it was call and response. 40 feet,
container,
importer, exporter, then give them so I said, I'm going to give a flow that I can go to Onitsha and perform. Around that same time, I got endorsed by Hero Beer. So it now became a need to have those kind of records in your arsenal. Because Hero will say, we're going to Diobu Market in Port Harcourt. What are you going to perform to the Igbo boys that are trading there? But once you enter there and you shout 40 feet, jeez, the feedback is insane. You understand? Then you're speaking, you're telling them, there's a line in 40 feet that goes like this. Igbo boys were hustlers. God blessing my customers. Alaba to computer village. Nwoke neche maka marriage. Nwoke neche maka vehicle. Oga to batangwe lezibo mileage. Nwoke budon, self-made. If you go the shoe, aba made. All this shit is, a man is hustling. A man is in computer village. Alaba. A man is thinking about marriage. A man is thinking about the car that he will import that has the right mileage. Can't you see how I'm dipped out? My shoes is Abba made. So all that shit is for the people.
The reference is very...
God bless you. So that's how I write. Now, I need to, the people that listen to me now, because I need to know who my fan base is so that you're not there chasing, like a fan base is not paying attention to you. You understand? So that's what I try to do. But also looking into this new Afrobeat space, which is totally immense and filled with success stories. And I'm like, man, I don't even know who to feel anymore. I'm feeling at this new Adekunle Gold. Then I'm feeling Thames. Then I'm feeling Show Them Camp, as much as they are young OGs as well. Yeah. Then I'm feeling, Oxlade. You understand? Then I'm looking, there's so many people. It's like an explosion of different flavors. And I'm like, this is awesome, man. And then I'm looking right, I'm seeing Fino do Aguade Iliago. And I'm like, that's my guy rapping over a piano beat. So we didn't get stuck with, lyricism and hardcore rap because that has its roof sometimes limits.
Yeah. And I've always felt like collaboration is a way to help make rap more sellable and acceptable. And this is something you've always figured out,
yes. I'm a collaborative guy.
I'm really looking forward to the new guys you're going to work with. It's going to be crazy.
Bro, I'm looking, we're walking. I'm just walking, just trying to also make sure that, You don't do it because the person is hot.
Yeah.
I must be your fan before we make music. Like, I must have listened to you and said, yeah, this guy is dope. This is dope. Before I walked to Ricardo, it took a minute before, and I can't forget that session. Ricardo was giving me tips. It's like, boss, see this John Liar? It's for the girls. This is the girls in my generation. This is how they think. But they don't spoil. So, boss, lyrically, we know we could never doubt you. Never. But you see, you need to give it to them like you're feeding a rabbit. So I was taking lectures.
And your verse is on that record.
Oh my God. It had to be sparse. It had to be one liquidity. Pause. With a ball with simplicity. Pause. Oga boss, yana Ricky standard. Pause. Godfather flow, and you look good to do. And Ricardo said, boss, that's the flow. So when you're performing and you're like, look at this, it's true, man. It's true, man. They don't know that I'm cheating the process. You understand? But it takes you listening to the people after you, and genuinely don't listen to them on some, am I boy, when I made I go, where were you? Were you?
Exactly.
No. They have the vibe. They own the streets. So all you do is sit down and say, okay, this is good. This isn't like me. Like, I don't sing, but M.I. can, Flavor can, Neto C can.
Fino can.
I don't, Olamide can. And they've made like huge records. So on my next project, my next full body of work, I'm going to explore that as long as I get the right writers to write and guide me. So, but if I listen to it and it doesn't work, I will never drop it. Jay doesn't sing. Nas doesn't sing. Rick Ross doesn't sing. So, and these are the meccas of hip hop. These are the people that I look at now, and I'm like, these are the guys that inspire me. I mean, so I'm going to make the music how I feel it the most. You understand? So
still talking about collaboration. Working with brands is also part of it, and you talked about your deal with
Hero.
With Hero. How do you decide on what brands to be in business with, and do you come with your conditions?
I like to meet with the marketing director first. I don't play with brand managers. They joke sometimes because they're all over the place. So a marketing director woke up one day and said, "You need to do your verse on the Fuck You challenge." I said, "Okay." Then he calls me back 5 minutes later and say, "Illy, I'm sorry." And I'm like, why do you guys treat me like a priest? Like, did I say no? He said, "No, but Illy, we just realized we don't know our guy. Like, that's not your lane." I said, "I'm glad you do." So I sit with the marketing team, the marketing director. And I like to also see the global team if they have global, like a global reach. Hero belongs to AB InBev.
Yeah.
That's the biggest beer conglomerate in the world. They own Trophy and Budweiser. So it's Trophy, Budweiser, Hero.
Whoa.
Yeah. They are a massive, and Castle. The list is endless, bro. Stella Artois. The list is madness. Like, see that collection of beer. They haven't even unleashed anything in Nigeria, but they're having an amazing run. They are tensioning everybody from Nigerian breweries to... I like to yab them and say, we do, and Nigerian breweries will follow. We do stuff. They're not original, you know. But shout out to them, but they're not original enough. Hero is... made a lot of success in the Southeast. So my people from the Southeast, when I became an ambassador, it was a brand fit. So it fit properly.
Yes.
And they needed a young, aspiring guy to also speak to the street. So it kind of fit. I've been with them for 3 years. So I meet with the marketing team and they share their vision so that I can understand what we're doing long run.
10 albums.
10
projects.
10 projects, I think 7 albums and 3 EPs, yeah.
Congratulations on the new one with IllGod.
Have you cared to listen? Have you had time to listen?
I haven't, because I actually spent the last 2 days listening to every other thing. And I fell in love with Illy Chapo X again. Like,
it's a really good album.
I listened to it when it dropped.
Yes.
We were all going crazy on Twitter.
Yes,
but
I remember.
Yesterday, 2 days ago, I was like, this project is actually good.
It's a dope album.
But where do you find the drive? It's a lot of
It is. I love music, man. Like, I love music, and I never want you to look at me and say has been. Oh, that guy that year, he was hot. No, I'm Chapo now. Like, I'm Illy Chapo. Like, I'm in charge. I never fell off. I listened to everything. I listen to every genre. I don't even listen to as much rap anymore. So I'm listening to alternative artists from the weirdest countries. I'm listening to, a lot of new age artists, new age rappers. It never changes my flow, but it just also makes me understand what young people really want. So you ask yourself, are you a rapper for this generation? Are you a rapper that raps to an adult contemporary hip hop space? What are you? So everything inspires me, from family, my kids, society, devastating leadership that we experience in Nigeria. I'm a topical guy, so it takes various ranges. I have thematic range. Also, that's how they call it. Like, I'm like a book, so you'll never find me in one, but I'm also still very open to change, still just listening, finding out what the guys that mentored me are doing. Like, I'll spend a lot of time listening to Nas's King's Disease too. And I'm listening, and I'm watching Esco rhyme like he just came out. You understand? I'm listening to Khaled's album, and I'm seeing how he balances Sorry Not Sorry, featuring Jay-Z and Nas, and balances it with a record with Cardi B, and another record with Meek Mill, and another record with 21 Savage. So I'm just trying to, also even decide if I want to rap for how long. I'm getting a bit, not tired, but I've gone to the point where I need to transition again.
Yeah.
So, but I'm asking. So that's why I made KOB.
Talking about transitioning, because man, we have touched on so many things that even if the podcast ends now, it'd still be a good one.
Yeah, good.
So, but KOB. Odogumale.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see you.
Thank you. Thank you,
on
bro.
TV. Clearly, people love that character. Are you going to be making more movies?
I will, but they will be carefully chosen. After KOB 1 in 2018, I started to get the scripts. The scripts started to fly in.
Whoa.
Some from Asaba. The Nollywood market in Asaba.
You don't enter Nollywood be that now.
Yes, and they were like, yeah, then a lot of them for cinema. But Mob, one thing would put me off. If there were 10 requests, 9 wanted Odogumale again. And I refused. I said, nah, they're never going to Jim Ike me in the business. Nah. That's not my first calling. My first calling is hip hop and music. So I'll just try and hold out. So I not fell out, but a lot of them don't like me from that side of town because I turned down all the scripts. Top down. So they just wanted, okay, Odogumale, so you'll be Ichie money and you'll be from Bangladesh. I'm like, no. So the writing is crucial for me because, bro, I'm a TV buff. I sit down and watch shows for seasons. I watch 50 do Power. Then I watch him do Raising Canaan or whatever that show is called. He's doing the Power Book. They're all spin-offs. And I'm like, how is 50 doing this, pulling stories out of the first Power? I watch a lot. Bro, Hulu to Amazon Prime to Netflix to Paramount Plus, to Disney Plus, to Apple Music TV. Bro, that's what I do. I just don't watch it for leisure. I watch it and I'm checking, okay, so this is what the show was targeted at. Oh, so why is Netflix doing a documentary on hip-hop? Oh, why is Netflix commissioning King of Boys? Why are they commissioning Kunle Afolayan to do a new film? Okay, range. Because, you see, all those years with Clarence, it's still there. It's still in my head. Because I want to create. I can't rap forever. So I'm in that space now where now I have your attention. Bro, if I show you comments, and I'm sure you've seen them, Odogumale dies and becomes popular in death. So people are like, you screwed up, Kemi. You screwed up the script. This guy can't die. This is the life of the show. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. Pete Edochie is his father. And he's been on exile. No, Mob, they're here. I'll send them to you as screenshots. Peter Doce is his dad, and he's been on exile in Cuba for 38 years. He's coming back to avenge his son. White money that is still in Big Brother. White money is going to come from a jail term too in Malaysia. They're coming back to avenge Odogu. You can't kill Odogu now. Odogu is the life. Odogu is the guy. That's the fun guy. And I could only say 2 words, or a bit more. God bless Kemi Adetiba. God bless that chick. God bless her vision. God bless just putting me and Reminisce on. We're just 2 bloody rookies. We'd never acted in our lives. But she knew she had to cast properly and with precision because she knows our pedigree from rap.
Yeah.
And Kemi was born in New York, so she's a Wu-Tang Clan fan. So she knows the essence of building a universe of artists or of actors. So when you look at the Wu and you're seeing Method Man and you're seeing Inspector Deck, Reza, Jizza, and you're seeing all these people and they are one collective, Old Dirty Bastard, and all of them still have their own characters. And you think K.O.B., Auntie Shola, Rem, Illy, Tony Tones. The casting is impeccable. And then the story is dope. I mean, it's when she gave me the second part, I didn't want to read it. I just left it. NSAS was even going on then. Kemi says we're going on set. I'm like, we NSAS. So we shot that whole thing during NSAS. Oh. That was the backdrop that was the soundscape of KOB too. You understand? Then she told me, say, Illy, you see in this one is acting proper. This one is your Oscar moment, so you need to go hard and kill it. So what I did is I just chose all my scenes, extracted them from the script, and just read on my scenes. Got an acting coach.
Whoa.
Yeah, got an acting coach.
That's dope.
Yeah, and started going through my processes. I didn't read the rest of the script, so I didn't know the RMD was in the film. I didn't know Jack. I just knew my scenes. I didn't want to get distracted. Then I didn't know Nse was on set till I saw Nse in the hotel. I'm like, what are you doing here? Nse said, I'm on KOB. I'm like, huh? For real? So that tunnel vision is what delivered Odogu Malay like this. Because I became the guy. I became Malay, like in real life. I started to, like imbibe my Igbo a lot more. The gesticulations, the mannerisms, the facial expression.
Stick shifts.
When get 1, 2, 3, and you just all that stuff, I had to do them. When I shot mock scenes with my phone, correcting myself here, there, bro, this is how I want to walk. This is like I won't touch it if I don't believe in it. And if it's not dope, if I'm not going to kill it, then I will never do it. Because Mob, see, I feel like I've made that transition, but what's more important are the next steps.
Yeah.
I don't want them to see me again as an Igbo gangster, racketeering in the streets. No. The next scene will be so epic. You'll be like, this boy is mad. So that's where I am now. The characterization, the character Bibles. I'm going through all kinds of characters, trying to choose what I want to do. And I want to create my own films so that I can be in charge. I can be in charge and work with the people I want to work with as well. You understand? So
you're prepared for all of that anyway, all these years.
No, I'm ready.
And TV.
No, God, I'm so ready. I'm so ready. But I won't be that cliched guy that does, 20 movies in a year. I'll just do one and retire. Kemi is just shocking of boys. Yeah. And she's chilling.
Yeah.
You understand?
Illy, I know your beautiful girls are waiting for you.
Yes,
we need to. One last question.
Yes, sir.
You have put yourself out there so much through your walks. We just talked about 20 projects.
Yeah.
Now KOB and all the other things that you've been involved with. How do you handle negative feedback? And not so flattering words from fans.
They come. No matter how hard you work, the fans still come for you. Sometimes they come for you because they're trying to break your untouchableness. They're trying to break that glass. Like, get at him, write shit about him. Say Odogu Malay's scenes were crap. It's predictable, blah, blah, blah. But for everyone to comment, you have like an avalanche of dope comments. So it just covers up for anything that it probably does to you. I don't sometimes you read a comment and this shit hot. Once or twice I've tried to respond to people and it becomes nonsense. It becomes muddy. You just find out that this person has 33 followers. And you're like, this is probably even a parody account. Probably this is just even, it's not even a real account. Like, there's some people, their work is just to get at artists, get at popular people so they can get a reaction. So I read, I breathe, I laugh, and I say thank you. If I want to respond. If I don't want to respond, I just let it be. Tough, thick skin. I've seen a lot in the business, like one anonymous, unknown, inconsequential dude somewhere or their comments can't move you. So I try and always remember that there's a big picture. The brands that I work with are also watching. So when I go out there on Twitter and I get abusive, the agencies will call you and be like, dude, what's going on now? Why are you answering these people, you know? So I just try. But I look at this criticisms and I'm like, is that guy right? Is he right? Was I? No. He wasn't right because these other guys can be wrong. All these guys can be lying to you. Thousands of comments. People are writing you from Hungary. Oh, Jesus, Igbo people live everywhere. Not just even Igbo people. I go to my daughter's school in Chrisland in VGC to drop her off. I'm wearing a mask. I'm parents. I'm not even wearing a KOB shirt. They're like, that's him. I'm like, good morning, ma. She says, you Odogu now? Oh my God, Odogu is in our school. I need to call my husband. This is emotional. I'm like, sorry, madam, my child needs to get upstairs and join. He says, you don't understand. Why did he kill you? Oh my God. Oh my God. So it's just, bro, this is a new level. I sent my wife 320 comments today, just on my phone, just that have been munched. Yeah. I just said, she said, babe, what's this thing that's dropping on my phone? I said, read. She now read and said, Jesus. I said, yeah. This is how people lose it. Because it's the life of the party. Which party? There are people that don't know about KOB now. There are people that haven't watched it.
Of course.
There are people that don't know that IllBliss, Oga Boss, is Odogu Male. So it's not landslide victory. Like, it's not... I don't know how to say it. It's not like you've created something that everybody... just created something that is impactful and well-marketed and is good. So on to the next one. Do the next one. And keep that same energy of originality and passion. So that's how I look at it. The comments will always be here now. They will always get at you, try to say things, but I'm gone, man, bro. I'm somewhere. Even emotionally, I'm somewhere. You understand? So I see some of these comments sometimes. I have a new female fan base, by the way, from KOB. Bro, if I show you my DM, it's like a strip club. I show it to my wife sometimes. I'm like, babe, people are just doing videos, like youngins. Hi, Odogu. Hi, what's up? We just want you to know that we're feeling you from such and such university. These are my friends. Me, Alero. And Alero is like, hi, Odogu, hi, whenever you are. And they do videos and they send to you. Some of them are improper. Some of them are near nude. Some of them are... And I keep it for my wife. I say, babe, this is why you should always hail me. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm showing you so you are ring. He said, I'm showing her. Okay. I don't know that she's a queen. I'm not impressed, though. Your movie should be up for Oscars. That's my wife. She's my biggest critic. She will tell me, babe, that verse is crap. Period. She like sulk. I'll be like, my verse is crap.
She used to rap, too,
yeah,
right?
My wife used to, she's still a dope rapper, man. She's just motherhood, career, and she's an Ada in Igbo land. Ada, you need to set the record straight and show the rest how to hustle.
Yeah.
So you'll be there doing that, you're a rapper. Your time will come and pass. You understand? So she took sacrifices. I feel like all the things she couldn't do, I'm doing it for the both of us. Yeah. So she rhymed at a time when, the biggest thing in rap when she was rapping in Unilag was Tribesmen. So that shows you how way back.
Wow.
This generation, they don't even remember Tribesmen. They don't even know them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
She's an OG.
No, she is. She is. And she held it down for me. Like, period, bro. Like, when you're going through shit, at the point you're like, when I was living in England, and I'm like, babe, I'm not sure I'm coming home. Maybe you... And she says, marry? Nah, I'm wearing your ring. You have to come back and take it. Yeah. So I'm telling my wife, you know, I know your name is Maria Goretti, but you're not Italian now. You're threatening me like the Italian mafia. Which one is come and take the ring? She said, no, you come back for it. That way, don't worry, we'll sort it out. She just let me do all the things I needed to do to stabilize in England, then came home. And then we started life all over again from a one-bedroom apartment in Ojudu Estate. That's when we started grinding. She worked at Storm for some years, NATO's era. She worked there and we woke up one day and said, nah, OB and Solomon, they've given me a chance, but I need to move into a bigger sphere. So she moved into advertising. Yeah. So she teaches me a lot about brand metrics, about how brands look at products, about how the behavioral science of consumers. That's what I learned. So sit down, she'll tell me this is what we're doing for Ciroc, this is what we're doing for Guinness, this is what we're doing for Maggie. So you begin to understand in clear terms what the streets really want. So that's my expo, as in my wife's knowledge bank. So, and she pushes me. She's like, "You're not fit. See your tummy." I'm like this. Do you know how people are feeling me? So you're feeling yourself. So it's good. It keeps me grounded. This is the most important thing in my life. It's my family. Every other thing is dust. Mob. Everything can go. Like I can give everything up. It's not. My 2 girls and my wife, non-negotiable. We need to cancel shows for them to be happy. We cancel. But you tell them, this is money we are losing. You people should let me travel and go and work. You understand? It took us time to have children. So it took me 8 years for my first daughter to come. And then my second daughter comes and goes through incubation and eventually gets released from the hospital and everything, and is fine now. But those 2 girls are everything. That's what you work for. When you make money, you're, okay, I need to do this for them. Trust funds for them so that they will never ask anybody for a penny. Sort their lives out now that you still have the strength to work. So I'm not under pressure to, it's a blessing, bro. And I pray that artists that want to get married or artistic people that want to raise a family, I pray that they find this kind of blessings. I find because a lot of women change when the publicity comes and you're out there, and so the women want more or they become groupies. So you see, I've met people that, so you go out somewhere, you see a man and his wife, and the wife says, "Oh my God, he's Odogu Malay, Jesus," and have a lot of questions. And this is a composed person stepping out of a range. And your husband is there looking at you, probably a politician, like, are you stupid? Is this a musician or who they are? So you're looking at people's body language and countenance, and you're saying that a lot of people are moved by what they see on television. So when they see you in real life, they're trying to connect with you. They don't care about what anybody feels, but and that's why if females like your records, you're in. They'll go to war for you. They will pull TikTok down for you. If they like your record. If they don't like you, they don't like you, they don't send. Guys don't contribute to I'm not saying guys are not an important demography, but I'm just saying that women are crucial. So when you see some women and they react in some certain way and their husbands are boning, you're like, I can understand how he feels. He has a lot of money, but he ain't popular. So, you understand? So we just pray for, composure, pray for countenance, intelligence, but most of all, guidance from the Almighty God that even put the talents. This whole Odogu Malay thing could have been anybody now. Could have been people to cast. But Kemi just said, I watched your Bankala video, and I said, that's the guy. And she chased me around 5 months. I wasn't picking her call. Shakara was plenty. Because I didn't want to act. Not just yet. I just wanted to make film at some point, but not immediately. Then eventually, I just said, nah, it's time. And it's just God speaking to you sometimes, and you listening. Artists are under a lot of pressure. It's a lot of anxiety, failure, panic. Oh, I'm not making hit songs. I'm not on radio. My videos are not rotating. I'm not booking shows. I need to live in Lekki. I need that crib on Orchid Road or in Chevron, even if you can't fucking afford it. But you need to live above your means. Mob, I've never lived above my means. I bought a house, I live there. It's comfortable, it's big. My kids have enough room to play. I'm never under pressure. I can have a range or two, or you might see me in a boat. I don't care, because all of this shit is dust. At the end of the day, which is why I'm always going to be here, and the dead bodies will continue to float by. But because my training, you've seen all the talk we've had today about training. Not everybody is privy to this kind of experience in life, which is why any chance I get, I share a little bit of it with the new artists so they can understand what this journey truly, truly entails. What is the essence having massive records, but you have like 10 kids, different moms? You fracture your family tree. You cause crisis for the future. And then some can cater for the kids, some can't. I know shit happens. I know stars meet women everywhere in the world and they have babies.
You would know.
At every postcode. I know these things happen. But have you ever wondered how that happens when you're gone? And a fight starts about who owns what property on what side? Have you ever wondered But I'm family. I'm 100% family. And it's family over fame. I don't really give a shit about popularity. So I go everywhere, bro. I'm free. In my hood. As one day we ran out of water. So I got up. And I went to the shop down the road. There's some boys that just wait for me and they got, hi, Odogumale, Oga boss. They're like 30 boys just chilling up to nothing. They want to carry I said, don't carry my water. For what? Are you a servant? Baba, it's not possible that we're on these streets. So I give them money. I say, go and drink. Just leave me and the water. Do you know why I do that? It keeps me grounded. I do the school runs myself. When Eni called me today, I was in Chrisland to pick my daughter. I don't want illusions. I don't want to wake up one day and you become so... I don't care. Because you know why? All I want is just keep stacking, keep investing. Because one day the lights will go off. And when the lights go off, you have no solar power to navigate through that same building. Everywhere will be dark and everybody will shut their doors on you. I know how it feels. So I save like a motherfucker. I save every day. I don't have pressures. Like, I'm always investing, always looking for app, tech people, startup businesses. Oh, you want to do this, I give you money, give me a percentage in the business, or give me this after such and such is. I leave it. Some come back, some don't. But that's what I am. Angel investor. That's what I do, bro. On a little level, on a mid level. I just pray that artists will see the need. It's also a glamorous business, so you need to pull up. You need to pull up in the mad cars. You need to, do all of that stuff. But why are you pulling up? You haven't finished paying for the car. You're living in that mad crib in Chevron or wherever it is, but you're renting. You're not smart. You're hustling backwards. That's what's happening. And after a while, you die. The music ends. It's like football. Oh, so he hot 18 to 24. Once it's 24, 25, it's like giving me 1 year contract. Before you know it, oh, he's going on free transfer. That's the end of your career. 24, 25. How old is Buju? How old is Thames? Look at them. They run the game. So they faced out the generation before them. The other day I was seeing somebody was talking smack. I was like, all these guys don't fade. Ricardo, run town. And I cautioned the person because they're my friends. But when I was going home, I was thinking about it. I'm like, they didn't fade. It's just a new flavor. There's just new interests. Young people are worried about. So those guys have become young OGs. Their careers are still amazing, but that's how music is. So it's that's where I am. I just want to take care of my children. You understand? I know how it feels not to have. So just make sure you teach them exactly what money means and what it means. And I have a grounded woman for a wife, so I'm blessed. My situation is not the same. You will never hear me I don't party. I don't go out a lot, except once in a while. Maybe if I have to go and do something, or somebody that I'm really close to. So they know me. The industry is tired of me. You're inviting me, just now I won't come. But that's not why I didn't come for the aristocrat brunch. Because that's my family. That's my family. I just wasn't in town. You know, so you keep away from it. They don't know shit. They don't know what I do. They don't know how I make the moves I make. They don't know how much I have. Because the same media will destroy you. They're here to destroy you. Your success story is becoming too much now. Let's stain this guy. That's why, you know, you're happy when a Two-Face is fighting and he's had issues on social media with his wifey. You're happy. But just last year, you were singing all his choruses. You know, so the media, they prey on that. And artists need to be mindful of that. Just take care of themselves, protect their mental health. When they start to make money, try to put it in different things so that when it runs out, because it will stop at some point. When it runs out, you'll be fine. Nas invested some money into investments. After his career nosedived. So one of those investments came back and paid $100 million. Is a device, like a doorbell security device. That's 100M. Let's not even talk all the property he has in Queensbridge, like high-rise apartments that they put building, and it was a long-term project. And that's Nas. That's an introspective rapper. Let's not talk Jay. Let's not talk Ross and his Wingstop restaurant that is over like 60 outlets in America.
Yeah.
The music is 5-10%. It's just a swipe card. You swipe and you walk through and you do the rest of the business.
So it's a platform for you to go on and do other things.
It is. But some people just want to be popular forever. Like, if they chop them for body, hey, I don't play my music. You're pacing your house like a madman, smoking Igbo, drinking. You need to get back. Hey, you need to get back and walk now. Like, you see, I keep telling people, are you mad? You're mad you're not getting buzz? Go back in. Work. Or transition. King of Boys is transition. It's just one. It's just transition. And when Kemi says, Illy, don't do another movie between KOB 1 and 2. Don't worry. After part 2, the prize of yesterday. How's the
It's not the prize of
it's not
today.
the prize today. You say, change it. So just wait till they see the sequel. And that's what we did. And look where we are. The Netflix people are out of their minds. They can't believe what's going on their servers. Servers are crashing because of the traffic. And you know, we're all over the country, all over the world.
The world.
But thank God for that. And thank God for just an ability to be alive. To even witness all this amazing growth happening in music. You understand? I turned down a lot of podcasts. You know how long it took us to do this? And it wasn't because I was turning you down. It was just scheduling. So it feels good to just know that you're curating the culture with these sessions and you're speaking to all the right people. And it's just the future is amazing. Just keep working, bro, and keep. One day, see this podcast, it will lead you to something that will monetize itself, and you'll be like, no, this thing was just that thing we were shooting at the aristocrat office now. You understand? And this is how my life has always been. If I didn't do KOB1, I wouldn't be a Hero B ambassador because that's how they signed me. It wasn't through the music. So Mob, for 10 albums, they slept on me every time. My name will pop up at the corporates. They say he's not youthful enough. He's an underground rapper. What did they put on me? He doesn't have the following on social media. So I started to defy everything. Chapo, lose weight. Run. Eat healthy. Let them never see you. Let them never be able to put you in a box. Then find other hustles so that, but I do 1,000,001 things. I do other things.
You always have.
I have. So I just, and that way you're always going to be here. You're just always going to be here, just looking at the game, and the game keeps changing. That's why every time you show up, it's mad respect. They know that you put in your work. You know, I can drop the mic today, bro, and it's been an amazing run. I've done what I can. I never got to win the international awards, but I have 3 Headies plaques on my shelf. I have won the categories. I've won Best Album. I've won Lyricist on the Roll. I'm fine.
You've seen the world. You've been everywhere.
Then I've seen the world. I've done all the, and there was an era we missed out in Chidima's career, and it was the Minibola era. It got to a point. I told clients, let's flip the brand. Let's flip it. It started as a song I was making for my Oga Boss album, and so shout out to Legendary Beats. They made Essence, by the way.
Yeah.
My boys, Mute and Zay, those boys have come a long way, and look at where they are today. Their record is so globally successful. So they made a Minibola and sent me the beat. Bam, 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 and it was DJ Neptune, DJ Spinall said, go to these boys, they're changing the sound. Go to them, they will lace you. So I went to them, met up with them, and they made the record. So we put Chidima on the first verse. Miss KDK, Larry Speaker, so from all that, so they now saw a street side to her. And so it was almost like an alter ego. But this is our sweet KDK girl that, how then do we marry this alter ego, feisty alter ego? She didn't stay long enough for us to eventually drop her album, but her album is mad. I play it every now and then, and I'm like, artists need to be a bit more patient, though. But she's also made her own transitions, her own learnings. She's making Christian music, so she's back to God. She was not like she moved away from God, but she came from the choir. So I feel good that she's back and she's lending her talent to God's work.
IllBliss, thank you so much for taking the time to be here.
God bless you, bro.
I want you to know that you are loved, you are respected.
Thank you.
You're revered, and all the work you have done is
thank you, man.
Very, very well noted.
Yeah.
And I mean, every time we talk about this industry and how far we've come, we definitely need to celebrate people like you.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you.
Actually, your life is actually just starting out. So
apparently,
there will be more wins, more movies, more music, more awards, more money, everything.
Amen.
Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I appreciate
you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
God bless you guys.
Thank you. Guys, thank you so much for listening. And I do hope that you have found this episode as useful as I have. Please hit the like button, share, and leave a comment on our page to help this podcast touch as many lives as possible. Keep listening.